Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to the last day of September, and we are back with this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants, where I have real cruise comments that people have written in demanding changes. They don't like the way it currently is. They want it differently. But we got some rudeness, we got some entitlement, and we got somebody that honestly, I think has no business even going on a cruise line because really, they just give Americans a really bad name. Now, since I forgot to say it at the beginning of the video, my name is Chris. I'm going to be your host today for What Every Cruiser Wants. So let's get into today's comments. So no matter what perks a cruise line gives you, no matter what comes with your loyalty status, you're always going to have at least one person, probably more, that want more. They're not given enough. They're entitled to more. They want more. They're diamond. They're platinum. And with that comes a demand for more from the cruise lines. Forget the fact that if you've reached diamond, platinum, whatever loyalty level you have with the cruise lines, that means you've had the opportunity to enjoy cruising, to take multiple cruise vacations over and over again to reach that loyalty level, something a lot of people can't do. You already get perks that a lot of people don't have. But for this person, it's still not enough. A pair of cabin slippers for all platinum VIP passengers should be part of the standard amenities we are given. Slippers would mean we do not have to bring our own. Nobody wants to walk around the room barefooted. Come on, Carnival, do better for us and provide this bit of luxury. So, of course, you have to start off with the I am Platinum VIP. You should give me something that I don't want to bring myself, because nobody wants to walk around that cabin in bare feet. So my first question is going to be, do you walk around your cruise cabin in bare feet? I do. Maybe I'm the minority, but I'm curious, does anybody else walk around their cruise cabin in just their bare feet? Do you think the carpet is cleaned? I think the room steward cleans it. I think they shampoo it. I think they do a great job taking care of it. And I'm not concerned about walking around in my bare feet, but you guys let me know what you think. Do you walk around in your bare feet? Now, second part of that, do you think the cruise line should provide you slippers? Now, if you've ever seen these slippers that cruise lines provide, it's not like they're top of the line luxury to start with. And if the cruise line now has to make sure that there's enough slippers for everybody who's VIP, that money has to come from somewhere. So do we really want the cruise line spending money on slippers when you can just easily bring your own? Because we all know what happens. Cruise lines pass along cost to the cruise passengers. But let me throw it over there to you guys. Slippers, yes. Slippers, no. And are you willing to walk on the carpet in your bare feet? All right, our second comment. Now, in this comment, we got a couple different things going on. Now, first of all, this comment was directed right at Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, John Heald. They attack his looks. They basically attack his age. They throw a loyalty level in there. Not a high one, but they throw a loyalty level in there. And a little bit of entitlement. You can't miss out on some entitlement. I have seen you get a ton of flack on here lately, John. Don't take this personally, but this is a sign it is time for you to stop Facebook, retire, or move on. Carnival's new passengers are like me, part of a new generation of younger cruisers. The fact that you are on Facebook and not on Insta and TikTok is a clear sign that you are out of touch. If you have to stay, then Carnival should promote blank to your position and have one for the younger cruisers, 18 to 30, plus someone who is easier on the eye. I don't want to sound mean, but we need someone to represent us. I am 22. I am already gold level with 3 more cruises booked to sail on. We need someone who understands us and puts a glint in our eye, and that is not you, John. So they want Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador retire because he's not pretty on the eyes. So now let's think about this. We got John Heald. He's been with Carnival, over 35 years. This man is on the internet, Facebook, 6, sometimes 7 days a week, helping passengers, answering questions, giving out information. So who out there wants to ditch 35 years of experience for someone who is 22? Who thinks that someone that is 22 can do a better job than a man with 35 years of experience? When I have a question that I need answered from Carnival, I do not care what John Heald looks like. I do not care what John Heald weighs. I do not care where John Heald lives. What I care about is the information that he is able to provide. What I care about is the help that he is able to provide. And if you ever go over and look on his Facebook page, he is helping person after person after person. And a lot of those people are not even nice to him about it, but he still does it anyway. Now, if you look at cruise ship demographics, okay, you will find that those that are 18, 19, 22 do not make up the majority of passengers that are on board cruise ships. Not yet. Someday they may be the future of cruising. Someday they may be the minority. But you know what? Today, that ain't it. So for the majority of cruisers out there, which are your middle-aged and above people who take multiple cruises year after year, do you want to be represented by someone who is 22? Do you think that person is going to call out to the cruise ships, reach out to 35 years worth of contacts on board cruise ships to be able to get you the help that you need? Or is there always that possibility with that, particular age group these days? Not everybody, but you see it enough with that, it's all about me, me, me attitude. I really wonder if the folks from other countries that work on these cruise ships are going to put up with that nonsense at all. I have a feeling people will get a lot less help and a lot less service if they retired someone like John to replace him with a 22-year-old. But that's my opinion. Let me throw it over there to you guys. What do you think? Should John Heald be replaced with someone who is 22 to represent that particular age group? Or do you think maybe we should keep the experience where it is? Because at least today, that seems to be what's working best. And finally, I got our third comment, and I'm just going to start off by saying this person, in my opinion, has no business even being on a cruise ship. This person is a perfect example of why Americans get bad names in other places around the world. And if you don't think Americans got bad name in other places around the world, ask some of the folks. They are going to tell you that entitlement mentality, that I'm American mentality, that we're the only place on the earth mentality. Not everybody has it, but you know what? There are plenty of people out there that do. They think the world revolves around them because they are American. They think no matter where they travel in the world or who's around them, they are American, and it should be the way that they want it. Well, if you get on a cruise ship that has people from up to 65 different countries represented on board cruise ships, you're going to see things that are not American. You're going to hear things that you don't hear in America. That is part of the cruising experience, but still really bothered this person. Sharing link from cruise critic boards. Note the big number of comments about your crew speaking to each other in their own language. The overwhelming consensus seems to be that it is rude to speak a language that American passengers cannot understand. We found this to be exactly that when walking past some crew most everywhere on the ship. Never would you see this, never would you hear this on the upmarket cruises. So you're walking down the hall, you see two crew members having a conversation with each other. They're speaking to each other in their native language. They're not talking to you. You're just passing by. They're speaking in their own language, and now it is rude because they have done this in front of an American. So let's flip this coin real quickly, because cruises travel to multiple places around the globe. Places where English may not be the primary language. So my question to the person that wrote this comment, if you go to a country, let's say you go to Mexico, Are you only walking around Mexico and speaking Spanish because if you and the person you're traveling with are speaking English and the person walks by and only speaks Spanish, are you now being rude to them? Do you know the language for every country you visit on board a cruise ship? Or are you going there speaking English and being rude to them? Or do you only expect everybody to speak English and that just makes you a big ass hypocrite? I do not like people that act like this. I do not like people that think like this. If I walk by two crew members and they're having a conversation about something, work, personal, talking about their cousin back home, whatever, and they're speaking in their native language, it has no effect whatsoever on my day. Other than maybe to make me realize I probably should learn some more languages of the people around me. But at no point in time do I go, wow, they're just so damn rude because they're not speaking English. And then to write a comment in that says, well, they're talking a language that Americans can't understand, and that's just wrong. But again, what do you do when you go to their country? Now, before I digress any further, before this comment makes me any angrier, let me throw it out there to you guys. What do you think? Was it rude of these crew members to be speaking to each other in their own language? Do you think crew members should only be allowed to speak English in front of Americans in passenger areas? Or do you think maybe if this person is not doing this exact same thing in every country they visit, maybe they're just a hypocrite and have no business on a cruise ship at all? And that's going to be our video today for what every cruiser wants. And sometimes some of these comments, they just really, really get me fired up. These are not the kind of people I ever want to see, meet, or have anything to do with when I am out cruising. Because you know what? I'm on vacation. I'm having a good time. And these things are just so small and so petty that if you let this kind of stuff ruin your vacation, then cruising is not for you. But you guys let me know what you think about these comments. Are these people right? Are these people wrong? Or honestly, should they just stay out of our cruise vacations altogether? Well, I hope everyone out there has enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.